In an earlier video, I did a similar question, but only 3 coins were tossed. Since 2 to the 8th is 256, I'm not going to try to write ordered octuples and then do that for 256 of them to find out when I have exactly 2 heads or when I have less than 2 heads. So, computing the probability, I know the size of the sample space, because this is happening randomly. The size of the sample space is 2 to the 8th. In the previous video, with only 3 being tossed, that was small enough. I wrote the 8 ordered triples, 2 cubed is 8. And so that should be some confirmation that although we're using repeated multiplication as a special case of the multiplication principle in the denominator to get the size of the sample space, in the numerator, what we'll be doing is using combinations, which is a rare thing to compute the size of the numerator differently than the size of the denominator, the size of the event compared to the size of the sample space. 8C2 should be 28. It is. And double checking 2 to the 8th. Yes, that's 256. So 28 over 256. And doing the division, I don't know if the rounding is going to be needed. It is, because that comes out to be exactly 0.109375, which is to 4 places approximately equal to 0.109375 and then 0.1094. 1094. Now, a typical mistake would be because X is counting the number of heads, whereas, that's just counting the number of heads, and we don't know yet until we do this, how many times that shows up out of the 256. I'll have people sometimes try to think that the answer is going to be 2 out of 8 because they just see the 2 here and a total of 8 being tossed. It's not that easy. Now, the probability that X is less than 2, the possible values of X when you're throwing 8 quarters are all the integers from 0 to 8, 0, 1, 2, 3 on up to 7 and 8, all those integers in between as well. I'm rephrasing that we have less than 2 heads as X is either exactly 0 or exactly 1. And on one toss of 8 quarters, you cannot get both at the same time. So these are mutually exclusive. No double counting to worry about. And our computations are going to be done similarly. We've got the 256 in the denominator of both. On the first one, it's going to be 8C0. On the second one, 8C1. That's going to give us 1 out of 256 plus 8 out of 256. So 9 out of 256. And when we do that division, much longer, 0.0351, 5625, just double checking. 0.351, 5625. Yep. Okay. Rounding that to 4 places as well. We're going to have 0 points. 0.351. So 5 after the 1. Oh, sorry, 5.2 then. So 5 after the 1, we'll round that up. Okay, that's it for this one.